Yes, hello everyone and welcome. Today, 3 biggest match day mistakes. I've been planning this one for a while. These are 3 sort of like physical match day mistakes that I see on a regular basis from players I coach, maybe even pro players at the weekend. Okay, we're going to get into this one. Before we start, look at this. We've got walking football tournament. Leighton Orient are here. Honestly, the competitive nature of these guys at their age, I love it. I'm all over it. Okay, so when you get into this one, enjoy. Right, let's get into these 3 mistakes, okay? Mistake number 1 is our receiving, okay? That comes in scanning and also demanding the football. I'm going to get into that bit now. Secondly, okay, we have our 1v1s, okay? 2 unbelievable tips on 1v1s that are going to help you when you get in those situations at the weekend, okay? And lastly, I'm going to have placement and power on our shooting and how we can have both together, okay? I'm not talking about whether we're deciding to do power on one shot, placement on another. We can have both at the same time, and I'm going to show you that bit, okay, at the end, okay? So look, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy it. Right, first improvement, okay, is our preparation when we're receiving it. I guarantee you, half the players, maybe even the majority of the players that watch this video or I coach, okay, they don't demand the ball enough, okay, and I'll get to that in a minute, and they don't scan, okay? Now, when I'm talking about scanning, that's the first one I'm going to go through, okay, is how we prepare for the ball. Scanning is our checking over our shoulders to look for what's behind us, all right? This, by far, settles the best players in the world to average, maybe even amateurs, okay? You have to start being prepared for the ball, okay? So, say, for instance, I'm coming off the wall here, or I'm receiving a pass from a teammate, okay? It's so important that maybe even seconds before, maybe even minutes before, okay, I'm having a scan of the pitch, okay, for 3 things, okay? First one is my teammates. Second one is the opposition, okay? And third one is space, okay? To keep it nice and simple, there are 3 things you should be looking for constantly. So, for example, as it comes in, I might go check what's behind me, can I turn? If I can't turn and I've got someone behind me, I might take a touch and I might pass it back. The more I'm prepared for the football, okay, the more unlikely it is I'm going to lose it, okay? So let's make sure every time that we're going to get on the ball, maybe minutes before, scan. Keep scanning. It might be 2. It might be over both shoulders, okay? So first tip, you should always be scanning the pitch, okay? Whether you're on the ball, whether you're off the ball, okay? It's so important you know what's around you, okay? And you can plan, okay, your next move and have better pictures before you receive it, okay? As I might go in, I might go check. I already know exactly where I'm passing because I know where my teammates are. I know if I go scan, I can turn, I can drive into space if I've got no one behind me. I know if I turn, I've got someone behind me, I might have to protect it or find another option, okay? So really important you are prepared for it, okay? Secondly, okay, this sort of comes with receiving as well, is how much you're demanding the football, okay? Now, there's a difference between wanting the ball and demanding the ball, okay? So wanting the ball might be, which is what pretty much everyone does, is yes, yes, over here, yes, pass, pass. That's wanting the ball, that is not demanding it. So what I mean by that is when you're in here, or when you're receiving the ball, it's yes, give me the ball. Yes, I want the ball, all right? Just that terminology of yes, give me the ball is so good and it's so important. It makes the person passing to you think, cool, he really wants it. I'm going to have to give him the ball. It's loud, it's assertive, and you guys have to start demanding the ball a little bit more. So, for example, I've checked my shoulders maybe 30 seconds before I want the ball. Now I'm about to receive the ball. I've scanned again. I know my clear picture. I come in. Yes, give me the ball. Ball comes in. I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm off. So you guys have to make sure, 1, you're scanning. 2, you're demanding the football, okay? Just a little drill to get you scanning. Obviously, look, when you train on your own, I don't expect you to be demanding the ball from the wall, okay? That's something that we can just switch on when it comes to match day, okay? But in here for your scanning, really, really good one, you might go check, touch, play, another little scan, another little scan. Keep trying to scan, you might turn, pass out. Just try and get in the second nature habit, okay, of scanning with a football. Yeah, in you get, out you get. Okay, so little drill here, it's really simple. Spend 10 minutes on it just to get you to you scanning. Okay, next one, next little tip is our 1v1s and how we can improve them. Probably another big mistake that I see at the weekend when people get themselves in 1v1 situations. We're going to do this with a shot let's move on to the next bit. Right, so mistake number 2 is on our 1v1s. Okay, now first thing is how we prepare for a 1v1. Okay, and I'll get into that in a second. And the second thing, okay, is the fact that we don't actually have to get properly past defenders to get a shot off. Okay, so before I get onto that bit, number 1 is about how we prepare. A lot of players, when they do set up in these situations where, say, those cones are the defender, where they come in, they get to this point, they don't know what they're doing, they're improvising with loads of touches, loads of skills, and loads of change direction because they don't really know what they're doing, okay? And they end up doing too much, overcomplicating it, and getting tackled. So, my advice to you is pre-plan what you're going to do minutes before, okay? So, for instance, I might wait here for a couple of minutes before I get the ball, okay? And I might be like, when I get the ball, I'm going to do a step over and shoot. Just one step over, shoot. I'm going to wait for the ball. Have I got space to do it? Yep, got space to do it. Ball comes in. Yes, touch. Yes, step. Finish. Okay, so my first little bit of advice is pre-plan the skills you're going to do for your 1v1. Okay, I've got 3 footballs. I'm going to show you a few in a second. Okay, and then we're going to get on to the next bit. So my 3 footballs are set up. I'm going to go through me pre-planning the skills. Okay, up to my defenders. Quick shot. All right, let's get into it. Nice, good start. Good start. Number 1, it's a quick step over, finish. Next one, I'm going to do a step over and a fake shot. Right, only ever maximum 2 skills. Here we go. Step, fake, finish. Oh, tell you what, that is unbelievable. I hope that's on camera, my body's not blocking it. That was perfect. I've planned my 2 skills. I've got half a yard and I've finished, okay? Let's move on to the last one. Here we go. Here we go, on to number 3. Again, just another step over. Another good effort, another good effort. Again, I'm going to get onto this bit now. 3 skills that are the best for moving forward. Step overs, fake shots, body feints. They're the only 3 skills I use. They're quick, they're 1 change of direction, they're perfect. I only ever do 2 maximum, skills wise. I only ever do 2 at a max. Otherwise you change direction too much, you slow down, you lose all your momentum. Okay, so take note of those 3 skills. Okay, so next bit, okay, is the fact that we don't actually have to get past defenders to get a shot off or make a cross or make a pass. It can literally just be half a yard. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly grab a ball and I'll get into it. So, most of the time, players think when they dribble up to a defender, they have to go all the way past them, okay, with nice big touches before they can have some sort of end product, okay? But it's not the case, all right? All you need is half a yard. Now, what half a yard is, for people that don't know, is just a little movement or a little movement to the side where you have enough distance, okay? So say the defender is blocking here, that you have enough distance here just to wrap round them and get your shot off, okay? So creating that little bit of distance from your defender to get your shot off or your end product off, okay, is all you need sometimes, especially in situations where you're around the box here, it's crowded, you don't have time for big touches. Getting a half a yard and finishing is definitely your best bet. Sometimes when you're down wide and you've got loads of space, or in the middle and you notice you've got space, then yes, you can probably get past your defender. But in here, you only need half a yard. Okay, so you've just seen 3 efforts that I've just done there, all pretty good, where I'm just getting a reasonable half a yard to the side before I finish. Okay, I'm not actually getting past them with big touches. Okay, so definitely notice that when you are getting in your 1v1s, number 1, prepare the skills you're going to do, your step overs, your fake shots, your body feints, and only maximum of 2 skills. Okay, and your second thing is sometimes you only need half a yard, a little bit of space between you and the defender to get your shot off. All right, we're going to move now onto placement and power, okay, on your shooting, and how you don't need placement or power, you can have both at the same time. All right, let's move on. Right, moving on to mistake number 3, okay? So, people think that we can only have placement or we can have power, okay? Personally, I think we can have both. Now, look, when we're a little bit closer, you're going to have to place the ball with the inside of your foot, but when you're from these distances, okay, where you're a little bit further out, okay, you can have placement and power, okay? Now, people think from this distance, you've got to have an absolute laces banger where you're hitting it as hard as you can, your swing's wild, and it's laces and you're off balance, and it doesn't work for me, okay? I believe if you use the instep, which is your part of your foot in here, okay, a little bit more inside the foot, okay, with a few simple tips, we can have the same power as laces, but the accuracy of an inside the foot, okay? So, first of all, again, I'll give you a close-up on this instep part. We want to make contact with the football when we shoot with areas close to our ankle, because that is where our foot is strongest. Okay, secondly, okay, we want to make sure we've got momentum, okay, through the football before we shoot. What I mean by that is having big touches and being able to run into the football with speed is going to help our shot massively. Okay. Thirdly, you can always add a 20% extra on your follow through. So 3 things there. We're going to make sure we're using our instep, our strong parts of our foot. We have momentum up to the ball with slightly bigger touches right at our feet so we can run up quickly. Okay. And thirdly, we're going to make sure when we follow through the football, we do have an extra 20%. So I'm going to show you 3 footballs now of me using this technique, okay, and showing you that placement and power can be brought together for a nice long range finish. All right, this is something I see from pros, even pros all the time, and players during the week, that when they strike, they think because they're far out, I have to hit it as hard as I can, and I have to use my laces. You don't, okay? I'm going to show you now. So I'm just going to take a nice simple touch out my feet. Watch, big touch, little sprint. There, perfect. Nice and powerful. I've used my instep. I'm right through it, extra 20% of follow through. Here we go, next one. It's a good start. Here we go, back in, number 2. Out your feet, run. Oh my God. Oh, it's good that. That had a bit of dip on it. Little bit of dip. Again, use my instep. Little bit more follow through. Let's go for number 3 now. I'm gonna make sure a little bit quick up to the ball. Nice big touch. It's a nice one. It's a good finish. Again, nice and hard, nice and low. Use my instep. I want to do a couple more. I'm gonna quickly get the balls in. We'll do a couple more. Right, now before I do these next couple, just to finish on, there's a little tip extra. All right, sometimes it's quite hard to find that part of your foot, okay, and be in that body position to find your instep. So it's a little bit easier if you get this left arm up early, and this left arm up pulls you out this side and leans you out to the left hand side if you're right footed, obviously right hand side if you're left footed, okay, but it leans you out and it enables you to get that diagonal foot position to get your instep on the ball, okay. So definitely think about doing that to help you get in that kind of technique and that kind of body position. All right, let's do a couple more to finish. Let's see what we got. Again, loads of momentum again. Number 1. Big push. Oh, that's a very, very, very good strike. That was nice. Again, I've literally used my instep and it's hard, it's powerful. All right, again, I've got placement and power. I'm liking that corner at the minute. Number 2. Here we go, push. Ooh, a little bit straight, but technique's still good. I've still hit the right part of my foot. Let's finish on a good one. Number 3, a little bit of extra follow through. Nice bit of speed again. Speed. There we go. Oh. It's a good strike, but I want another one. I want to finish on a good one. Here we go, number 4. All right, let's go, get some space. Speed. That's a nice finish. Oh. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the 3 biggest match day mistakes that I see on a regular basis. And I hope you guys can use these little tips, this little bit of advice to help you out when it gets to game day. Okay, but look, I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, do what you've got to do. Okay, and I will see you on the next one.